Hello, everyone. Welcome to this webinar on unlocking business potential by integrating Salesforce with Microsoft Teams. Today, we will discover how Salesforce and Microsoft Teams can be integrated for instant notifications, efficient collaboration, and immediate action. So we are here have with us Urvini Amiredi and Harshit Gupta. So hi Urvini, hi Harshit.
Hi, Anmol.
Hi
Hi,
Anmol.
Harshit.
Hi Arvani.
Hi. So Urvini is the senior technical analyst and CRM specialist, and she has worked upon several CRM platforms, including Salesforce. Harshit, on the other hand, is an integration specialist as well, and he has hands-on experience with enterprise application integration. Okay, so let's begin. Over to you, Urvini.
Okay. Thank you, Anmol, for introducing me. So, let's start this webinar. Today, we are going to check out how Salesforce used for our CRM operations when connected to the Microsoft Teams. So, this is the agenda of this webinar. Uh, why integrate Salesforce with MS Teams? It is used for the intra-organizational communication. It can be possible improve our business potential and how this integration can help to achieve faster results for different legs of pre-sales cycle, reducing the over cycle length and a better performance. So we'll be considering one by one case and also showing the live demo of integrating teams with Salesforce, and then Harshit will be going the question and answer form. So we'll be going one by one in the agenda form. So first thing is, why are we integrating Salesforce with MS Teams? So usually sales representatives are geographically separated over large areas are required by organization needs. For example, CEOs want to have a real-time pipeline of the sales team by which they can make some crucial business decisions and important projections in the cycles. So now let's see why to integrate with Salesforce with teams with a real-time examples. For example, let's take in a sales teams. So that has a fields and environmental dynamics, and they have to make a quick decisions, and all the decisions they cannot decide for themselves. So for example, they need a collaboration with their team members. So for example, different team members have different objectives, and they try to work with a respect for that. So here, this is the flow chart of a particular sales team. So here there is an a Sam who is in a sales department, and he's a field officer in the north region, and he is more concerned about the meeting people and generating sales from clients. So where is Ryan? Is concerned about north phase, who much combined with sales and team members are bringing in, what is the forecast for the next month. So John, he's a national manager, and he's a responsible for the all national states. He has a board meeting coming up on next Thursday. He has to give the response of the total deals which are coming for the next month. So everyone has their responsibilities which has to be fulfilled. Now let's see how teams and Salesforce integration will add value for this particular sales team. So Sam does not have to maintain the data for all these things. He is basically looking at the fast moving meetings with the customers he's looking at. And we know following up isn't a very difficult task, means it might be missing any updating the opportunity to hear the date. So it might be impacted to Ryan also and John also, because the sales represent are not at all meeting the closer date. It might be an inaccurate pipeline, and they'll not be able to use the project well, and they'll be missing the sales of that particular project. It might be taking in a difficult process, and it might be time taking process also. So for example, there are so many steps to follow up the Ryan. For example, every time updating in a opportunity closure date. So this might be creating in a time taking process. And the second thing, uh, company deals. So why some deals are getting lost, and what are the top reasons they might be lost? So why are we losing the opportunities, and when they are due? So to mark all these options also in opportunities, so So it might be taking process. So and John has to be aware of all these things. So for this case, we have done a development for the test case that might be used in the business case, and we can create an opportunity in the teams by using that one. So let's see the one business case. So first business case in a opportunity closure. So we have created a unique integration process with both Salesforce and MS Teams, where we can perform many actions through the Salesforce entities from the MS Teams using mobile also. So this integration will reduce the time for the Salesforce and organization people for making such time taking process. So for example, opportunity closure date. So and the status update over Salesforce periodically. That is the main thing, motto of our thing. So a CEO want to check the opportunities which are closer date. So that can be checked in the MS Teams. Nowadays, everyone carries their mobile wherever they go. So we can easily track from the mobile what are the closure dates for that particular opportunity, and we can update that particular closure date with from Teams itself. So for this one, we have created a solution called. First of all, we'll be going with a live demo. So this is the MS Teams and this is the Salesforce. So let's create an opportunity. So now let's create an opportunity with an grand hotel. So I am giving amount as $10,000. So I'm giving the closer date to 27th. So I am selecting an existing account. So here the stage I'm giving as a need analysis. So these are the required fields that are to be given for the creating an offer opportunity. Opportunity name and amount, close date, stage. So these are the minimum values to be given for the creation of opportunity. So let's click on the save. So the new opportunity got be created. Details. So to reflect in the teams, it might be taking 1 minute. So before going that, so here we have implemented as a process like we have a close date. So for example, this is the close date of 27. So here today date is 25th. So for example, from 25th to 27th, uh, there are 2 days gap. So we can give the date up to 28th. We can give in the particular date between this 28th. So these close date has to be between 3 days itself. So then we can see the opportunity here. So this is the opportunity close date is in 3 days. So this is the opportunity name, Grand Hotel, opportunity closer date, and opportunity ID. This is the ID of that particular opportunity ID, which can be seen on the URL, and quote amount. So we have given the same amount. It has reflected in the Teams itself, and this is the owner. So here we have created it 4 buttons to make it in an easy way: push by 7 days, and push by 14 days, and push by 30 days, view in Salesforce. So why we have created here these buttons? Because so for example, here we have created an opportunity closure date is 27. So if we click on the push by 7 days, automatically this opportunity closure date will be added extra 3 days. We can be we'll be getting notification until then, so we can close the opportunity until the particular date. So let me try with a push by 7 days. So now here we are throwing an alert from AppSeConnect as it is okay, means it is updated in the Salesforce. So here there is a button called view in Salesforce. If we click on this view in Salesforce, it will be navigating to the Salesforce automatically. So as we have given here ID, automatically we'll be navigating to that particular thing. Here we can see the details. So here the date is updated to 8 3 2022. In the same way, we can do it by 14 days, 30 days. If we want, we can add so many days, means for example 2 months also. We can create multiple buttons, and in this way we can send an alert from Salesforce to Teams, and we can send the notification update from Teams to Salesforce by this way. So if we want, we can change again back to the same date. So let's click on the save. So again it will be showing in the opportunity closer date. Again we can see the same in the opportunity close date. So for this particular opportunity, we can send the notifications to the teams, and we can send the update from the opportunities to the teams to the Salesforce. And now let's create an a code for this particular opportunity. So let's create an a products. So let's select the existing products itself. So to given a product, I'm giving the quantity as 1. So date I am giving as 7th. So here I have added one product. So let's create a new quote. Hotel requirements, and the expiration date is 27th. Here I'm keeping the status as needs to be reviewed. So for example, there is an approval required button. So based on this approval required button, we have done a development regarding that part. So when we check with an approval required button, so this code approval process will be sent to the teams. So let's click on the save, and this process can be done statically and manually anyway. So let's click on the save. So here we are able to see the request for approval process. So why are we doing these things? Because updation process is an important role for a sales division in charge of having a pipeline accurately and taking some crucial decisions which may increase the business chances. So for the cycle process, we are doing this request for approval. So now here this is the name as hotel requirements, and this is the code number and the quote amount, and this is the last modified date, means we have just modified now itself, and this is the quote status needs to review, and quote owner is we whatever the name we have given in the teams. So in the same way what we have given in the opportunity buttons 7 days or 14 days, here we have given as a accept and reject buttons. So we can, if we click on accept button, we can see the updation process to the accepted. So let's go with the this particular code. So we'll see the deals. Let's click on the accept. So now AppSeConnect is showing the okay, means the status has been updated. Let's refresh the page in a Salesforce. The status has been changed to accepted. In the same way, we can do the rejection process also. And whatever we are showing the message in the teams, it can be customized in the user perspective way. It can be changed the color coding, and if we want to add more fields, we can do this type of this implementation, and we can do whatever the statical ways into in a dynamical ways. So this process can be done. So let's go again with an a PPT. So the next process is an automate your code to cache process. So this is the another way, another use case for the updation of the Teams integration within a Salesforce. So for example, if any new account is created in Salesforce and the sales team needs to give them some credit limit or any other backbone operations to the account, and if we want to increase any accuracy across your code to cache process and reduce a manual process and a cost errors, and this process template helps you very quickly synchronize your contacts, customers, product, price books, and orders and invoice. So this is between the Salesforce, AppPSeCONNECT, and Teams. This process can be done between these teams. So this is also one different use case. We can do this type of use cases, many more for integration of Salesforce and Teams by AppPSeCONNECT. So, and the next part is the best practices. So the best practices for this integration is limit the number of messages. So for example, we can make limit the messages. For example, other than Teams, we have so many platforms to do this integration. But why we have choose Teams? Because for example, in Teams, we can limit the particular messages. If we want to throw an alert within a 5 messages, we can do that one in the Teams itself. So that process can be done by this Salesforce and Teams. So this is the best practice for this integration. And messages should be instantaneous, because messages has to be done in statically and dynamically. It has to be occurred instantly, one by one. So those process can be done by using these things. That is a best practice for these messages. And the notification should make actions easy for the sales team. So for example, there are sales team, they are busy with many activities and they'll be doing so many things, and this process is in a little bit taking time by clicking on Salesforce or anything. So everyone uses mobile, and if they click on one button, that will be automatically updated in the Salesforce. So this is the main practice for the updation in the Salesforce by using MS Teams. So this is the main motto of this webinar. Do we have any questions for this part? And we'll go with the next question and answers.
Uh, Thank you Rooney, for the wonderful webinar. So there are some questions from our guests. The first question is from John. Are there any other customized business cases which can be configured like this?
Okay, thanks Harshit for this wonderful question. So we have, yes, we have an incoming payment. So we can do this customization for payment gateways type. We can do the payment methods by using this integration process. Not only for the rules part, whatever we have shown now, we can do so many payment pays also. It can be configured.
Okay, okay. The next one limit of on the number of messages which can be sent.
Can you please repeat the question, Harshit?
Yep. Does MS Teams have any limit on the number of messages which can be sent?
No, we don't have any limit in that way, but uh, AppSeConnect have in that way. So we are able to send more than 5 lakh messages to any organization with our different default plan. So if we want to send more than 5 lakh messages, we have to purchase that particular subscription, whatever the cost is required for that messages. So maximum we'll be using below 5 lakhs. But if in case if we want to use, we can buy the subscription. That is not a problem. It can be done.
Okay, Aruni. The next question is from Dan. In your example, you have integrated Salesforce with MS Teams. Can it be integrated three ways? For example, SAP, Salesforce, and MS Teams.
Wow, it is a great question. Thanks, Harshit, for this question. Yes, we can do in cases. We can integrate with so many sites. So we have already integrated an e-commerce store and SAP with MS Teams. So we have done all this type of implementation, and the fulfill time wanted to alert on the times with a low stock and the respect to availability contact in a SAP. We have done this type of implementation earlier. So we can integrate by SAP, Salesforce, and MS Teams. Means we can take one message from SAP and Salesforce, and we can show it in the MS Teams, and we can update from MS Teams to SAP and Salesforce. That process can be done. We can do that one.
Okay, Rani. The next question is the solution an on-premised or an on-demand solution?
Thank you, Harshit, for this question. So it can be both. It can be deployed in a cloud or in a hybrid model. So it can be done in both ways. In differ, whatever the way they are comfortable, in that way we can do. Means depends upon the company, or it depends upon the things they are doing. So it can be both.
Okay, Rani. The next question is from Akhil. Do you use native Microsoft technology to design the messages and buttons?
We use the adaptive card. It is an MS technology itself for the designing the messages, because as of now we have created a buttons. So those are called as adaptive cards itself. That is given by the MS teams, and we can configure those messages with that part.
Okay, Rani, thanks a lot. So there are many lot of questions from our guests. We'll be replying shortly through the mails to those answers.
Okay. Thank you, Harshit, for asking the questions, and thank you for letting the questions from the users part. So this is the webinar part, and if you want to contact with us, you can contact within a sales at the rate appseconnect.com. So just please message us if you have any doubts. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Urvini. Thank you, Harshit. I think it was an amazing webinar, and the attendees have really loved the session. Yes, we have a lot of questions, but we are running out of time. But we'll soon answer them over email. If you have anything, you can anyone can just reach out to us at sales@thepseconnect.com. Thank you so much. Thank you.